Oh, of course, dude.
This album's great.
Slaps. Oh my god, I didn't even do anything to prepare for this. Are you live? You're not live. Hey, we're live. What's up? We both have hats on.
This album's really good. Who sings for these guys?
Hemlock?
Yeah,
Chris Prescott?
that's right.
Bro. You're live. You just admitted that on live TV. You admitted to being an idiot. Is that our new theme song?
I wish we had a theme song.
We do, kind of.
You know what I find is that people like us to come straight out the box hitting. So,
Hitting hard. With hits. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Oh my god, how hot can you be there, Tiger? Hey, Tiger. How hot can you be there, Tiger?
Okay, you say the stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, action sports fans, surf fans, skate fans, Todd fans, Todd rant fans, nerds, news fans, this is the Monday M.A.S.S. Say something, Todd.
Does it look better? I can't do this horizontal, right? I mean, never mind. Hi.
Are you asking me technical advice during the introduction of this podcast?
Dude, people get what they pay for.
Right.
And it's free. This entertainment's free. Hey,
Is
everybody. How's it going?
Not for our sponsors.
We survived the hurricane.
Oh my gosh, just hurricane jokes right off the bat. We're going to talk about that.
And much more.
This is the Monday M.A.S.S, and it's Tuesday, August 20 something, August 22nd.
I noticed you have some new art in here. Did you do that art?
That's child art. They can't see it. Nobody watching can see it.
That's pretty convenient when there's just art and you tell your friends it's child art when you're embarrassed by it.
Not on this episode of the world's greatest action sports podcast. Chris and Todd will talk about.
You have no subject matter.
I didn't
got
do a
lots
lot.
to
I
talk
didn't do
about,
it. Okay,
bro.
well, this podcast is presented by 1620 Workwear. That's right. This is USA made workwear for people who do real stuff, or people who just want to look like they do real stuff, or for people who care about where their clothes and how their clothes are made. At 1620 USA, I got the hat, and we're gonna get some new gear and hook ourselves up. I'm gonna hook you up, hook me up, hook up some people out there. Oleu Originals, Oleu_originals on the gram. Oleu makes some awesome stuff for people that like to get outside and like to get in the water, but don't like to get sunburned and like to look cool while not getting sunburned. You can get your Oleu gear at Hansen Surfboards. At Hansen Surfboards, Todd. You know that?
Hansen Surfboards.
And then we got Mint Tours.
Hansen Surfboards, obviously one of the biggest in North County. They had a sale that was supposed to happen on Sunday, but unfortunately, it was postponed.
No, they moved it inside.
Never mind. Completely disregard that. Hansen's had a sale on Sunday. You missed it.
No rain, sleet, snow, or hurricane will stop Hansen's from having a great sale. And
Mint
they
Tours.
did it.
Guess what? We got invited to go to Japan.
Oh my gosh, I'm going. You have to go.
I'll go.
Let's go. You'll go, but you won't have fun.
I'll go, but I won't like it. Mint Tours is having us go to Hokkaido and their Alkaline Lodge trip, and I believe that is in February? January.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty cool.
I've never snowboarded in Japan. Give me like a quick little rundown of what's going to happen.
Even when you go snowboarding here, you don't actually snowboard because your bindings break before you can get on the hill.
Well, I have a board. It's in plastic. It's right here.
You're going to use that one?
I get, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Look at that's a POW board, dude.
Fuck.
Look, it says on the back, POW. It says
me.
for Hokkaido POW.
Every board can be written in powder. It just depends on how your experience is going to be. All right, so
new bindings
Mint
coming
Tours,
soon.
Sign up. Go to at Mint MINT TOURS.
Yeah, and you don't have to come with us. You can go with cool people like Chad Otterstrom.
We would suggest you don't come with us.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you like want to go ride POW, but you kind of just want to wait like a lot because Chris will be like,
do you know when
your friend
slow
falls over in the powder and they can't get up?
I feel like you're jinxing me right now. What if I go there and rip, and you're just gonna be like, oh, Mint Tours really brought out the best in Chris Coté's snowboarding. Beneath Apparel at BN3TH Apparel. These are the best underwear on the planet. When we do fly to Japan on the Mint Tour, we're going to be wearing our Beneath Apparel on the plane. And you can bet there will be no Batwing, even on a long flight like that, Todd.
Yeah, during the hurricane, it's very humid, and I did not have a wing made of
No
that
wings.
material.
No wings when you're wearing Beneath
Bubs
Apparel.
Naturals at Bubs Naturals. Collagen,
It's right
MCT brain oil, and a whole bunch of other bullshit that's probably great for your survival.
It is. And it makes your hair grow faster. It makes your fingernails grow faster and thicker, which I need. And it makes your skin look better. Look at my skin, Todd.
You look fucking great.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you to
Bachan's
Bubs
Japanese
Naturals.
barbecue sauce. It is at Try Bachan's. If you don't know what Bachan's barbecue sauce is by now,
You must not be a
you're-
fan of this
you're
show.
blowing it, and you have no taste buds.
You have no taste
your
bros.
taste buds are fucking broken.
Taste buddies.
Panic and Coffee and Tea at Panic and Coffee and Tea. I'm jacked up right now. They were open during the hurricane. Everyone else wasn't. Back that up. New
You're 3
Greens
for 3.
at New Greens. New Greens. Live longer than your friends. As simple as that. And the only way you're going to do
You're
that.
really leaning into that tagline you made up for them a couple weeks ago.
Whatever.
I like it. You're marketing genius.
Dave, chill out. We're going to talk about Ahsoka. It's coming up. We can't just lead the podcast with Ahsoka.
I don't
talk.
even know what that is.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'm responding to messages. I shouldn't be paying attention to those right now.
You can, because we have a very loose script today. Not like our scripts are ever tight, but let's just say I didn't do my homework. At diecutstickers.com does, though. We've had some requests for those bad boy stickers. We just got to send them out. They're over there. They're right over there. You're going to love them once we send them to you.
Bunch of idiots over here. Okay, what do we got?
Machu Picchu Energy. Don't forget about Machu Picchu Energy.
Sorry, Machu Picchu Energy keeps you jacked up without the intake of sugar and all kinds of other crappy stuff. They have that beautiful caffeinated matcha in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know where that's from?
Machu Picchu.
That's right.
In Peru, right?
Sure.
They hike all the way up there and get it, and
Yeah.
bring it down on
There's
the back
one-
on their backpack.
One tree.
Gnarly. A couple of events to tell you about. Kings of the Concrete at Tempest in Northridge, Los Angeles is happening on August 26th. That's this Saturday. I'll be
love how you,
commentating.
sneakily turn this half into a parkour podcast without me knowing.
I didn't.
You did.
I got this event coming up and it's sick. KOTC. Follow it at Tempest Freerunning. You're an OG parkour commentator.
I know.
Tell us about the first parkour event you did.
It was great. Let's move on.
Sunbender will be playing their first show at the Belly Up on August 31st with Dark Alley Dogs and more. Todd is holding up a brand new Sunbender T-shirt signed by a friend, a very talented friend, printed right here in Encinitas by Chateau & Sons Printing. These shirts and hats made by our friends at Caps Company and Nerd House will be available at the show at the Belly Up. Also,
and this is great news.
yeah,
Chris's Cars cover band is playing this Sunday at the Leucadia Art Walk at 12:30. So
sharp.
if you want to come and see him, that's your opportunity.
It's free. I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong. It will be the only place in the world this Sunday that there will be a Cars tribute act playing at an art walk festival, I think. And you know where the Cars are from, Todd?
From Boston, Chris.
Phone is in that shot, right?
It's great.
If you're watching us live on YouTube, you're also seeing Todd's phone.
You know when they do those interviews with people and then someone wants to kind of snake the interview.
Boom and
and
shot.
they just-
Boom and shot.
They put the phone
Like
in.
this.
All right, here we go. Surf News is brought to you by Hanson's Surfboards. Hurricane Hilary. Boy, did that blow.
And as usual, Todd and I are on different sides of the fence here in terms of making fun of things.
What are you talking about? You don't like making fun of the hurricane?
I didn't make any hurricane jokes
Why not?
because I didn't know what was happening, and then there was some damage, and it's like back in the day, when I don't even know if I didn't make jokes about AIDS because I didn't know if
Because you're in the zone.
I just didn't want to do it, and I don't do it. So I did make a tsunami joke one time at Transworld. We did a cartoon. It was like tsunami, and then it messed up Australia, and I felt bad.
Wait,
And
what?
Yeah. Yeah, we made like a cartoon. It was like tsunami party, and then like places in Australia actually got kind of like wrecked by it, and harbors got smashed. And so I don't make fun of natural disasters before they happen.
Only after.
And then after, it was like all the jokes were told. I heard the same jokes, the calm before the storm, the same memes, the same photos.
What do you think is the appropriate amount of time for a natural disaster joke? What is the incubation period of when you could say drop a natural disaster joke?
I guess it's different for everyone. You know, I look at the scale of disaster because I think Hilary did cause some damage in some places. Baja, the desert to the east of us, Los Angeles, but definitely not as disastrous as the media would have. And
No.
and to me, this is the problem, right? The media blew this thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Local news, international news, social media. And now, next time when there's actually a hurricane about to hit, people are just going to be like, this is stupid. And then people are going to get smoked.
Well, no.
You know what I'm saying?
I was having a conversation with someone this morning, is like we've kind of backed ourselves into this
Cry wolf.
Boyle cries wolf scenario. We're all going to die at some point because no one's going to believe it.
Yeah.
And we're all just going to be fucked.
Yeah. Next pandemic.
No.
The people are like, nope, not doing it. And then boom. Well, Joel Tudor got in the mix. This is pretty funny. He says, where can I sign up to learn more about meteorology from professional surfers? I had a joke that was basically saying amateur meteorologists turn stand-up comedians like Todd.
What are you talking about? I wasn't.
A lot of everybody.
I went to. Okay, this is my background of this.
This
bullshit.
is your background in meteorology.
I don't have any. I like to look at like forecast maps. I think it's fun. I wouldn't even call myself an amateur meteorologist.
Would you trust any particular website?
But then again, like I don't
weather reporting.
I don't particularly trust like It's okay. So I went to the beach the other day on Sunday. Like Sunday morning, we woke up and it was like slack wind. The waves were like maybe a foot high.
Yeah.
We weren't forecasted to get any waves here, like none.
And
Like
barely
zero
any wind, right?
Zero waves. We had wind for probably 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that was pretty forecasted. Like from 5 to 7, you guys are gonna have like 30-mile-an-hour gusts,
right?
Which is like way less than these crazy atmospheric river bullshit storms we had that brought all that snow to the front range of California like this winter. But they closed all the beaches and like businesses were shut down. It was such a bunch of
people
bullshit.
Were boarding out the window.
Yeah, it was like like CVS.
Yeah, I don't even want to laugh at it.
But it's so dumb and like
kind of alarmist.
And I talked to like my parents on the East Coast because look, if you grew up on the East Coast, hurricanes, like real hurricanes, hit there, like the real ones, like freaking Sandy. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit happens.
Right.
And they're looking at us, and the forecast for San Diego is like this is the first tropical storm since Eisenhower was in office, and it's like they're gonna get up to 30-mile-an-hour winds. Of course, like the mountains got a shitload of rain. All right, it was totally forecasted, just the way. But the way that the media in San Diego was treating this, we were all gonna die.
Yeah,
like straight up die. Like,
and is that to get eyeballs on the news to keep people watching?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it.
Well, do you think that, let's say, okay, so a station manager in San Diego, right, is like, okay, this is going to be our big story. Regardless of how you personally feel about what's about to happen, you need to put your serious hurricane face on and go out there and tell them that it's gonna go crazy.
Absolutely. And I hate to say it, and I've never. I mean, it's trending, and it has been trending for a while. And I don't want to be that guy who but it's big money, eyeballs on the news, and I think that like doomcasting is way more profitable than anything that would like be helpful.
And do you so? Flip side of that, let's put on our rosy-colored glasses. What about preparation? Do you think that this helps with preparation?
It's Hurricane Hilary, so Preparation H.
Preparation H
was what I would have called it.
Like a salve for your
it was
soul.
a salve for your soul. No, I mean, like, look, if you've got lawn chairs, you're afraid of flying around, go ahead. But when they're forecasting 30-mile-an-hour winds, 30-mile-an-hour winds with 45-mile-an-hour gusts, that's like a fart. Okay? Like, if they're forecasting like a heavy fart, like, just leave the room. I don't know.
Yeah. Would you rather it be downplayed, or do you think it should just be in the middle? Like, it could be this, it might not be.
I just feel like we're at a time like technology is so crazy. There, at this point, I mean, back in the day, and I'm saying like the 70s or 80s when technology wasn't even close to where it was, and accurate hurricane forecasting was like a quarter of what it is now with all our freaking satellites and all the the imagery we can get. Yeah, sure. Everyone had. I mean, I remember having school off for 3 days because a hurricane was coming into New England and nothing happened.
Right.
But like this one, like we have all this information. Like they knew where. Like it's shifting 10 miles to the east. 10 miles for a storm system that encompasses like a 80 or 90 miles across, or maybe even more.
Yeah.
They know it's going to shift 10 miles to the east or west.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of information. So like people know.
I wonder how bad it really was down in Baja.
Oh, it's fucked up.
And I know that the funny thing too is, so in the desert, Palm Springs, Coachella Valley, and all that,
they get hammered.
Well, their streets are actually, and I just found this out, their streets are designed to be runoff like areas.
Right.
And so a lot of the videos and stuff they were showing, like, yeah, that's what that was made for. I don't know. I'm right in the middle, right? I'm not an alarmist. I didn't do anything to prep. I had plenty of toilet paper already. I got water in a little jug on the counter.
Apparently, like the Costco here, even the local markets, were like stripped of water.
Yeah.
Stripped.
But then again, what if something did happen?
That you were not going to have water?
Did you surf the day after the hurricane?
No, I don't like poopy. Like I went and looked at it this morning, and I'm still. I mean, there hasn't been rain for a while.
Well, the waves aren't good enough to risk getting some kind of flesh-eating virus.
Like hepatitis, I have to have at least. It has to be a head-high day for me to risk getting hepatitis.
I drove by Cardiff Reef yesterday, and the river was flowing out, and it was black, straight up, dark water. And no waves, nobody out there. And I thought, okay, well, you know what? If you really want to surf that bad, good for you.
Did you see
more power to you?
Did you see the way? Obviously, the hurricane swell was very steep south. And did you see the videos that came in from Newport?
I did.
Unbelievable.
I saw a lot of rants and raves about Newport. Newport Point. There was about 1,000 people out there.
Have you surfed Newport Point?
I think once or twice. Never good, but it looked like there was some crazy. You know what I loved about the footage? It's like a beach break, but with long barrels. Because usually beach break, it's like, boom, and, you get barreled and come out quick, doggy door. Like, these were long runners. And there was people, of course, complaining about crowds, but there's also people just celebrating the fact that everyone's getting tubed. One thing that came up a lot was the fact that a lot of beginners flocked to the beach, like heard the word hurricane. And their preparation H told them to grab their board and get out there, regardless of skill level. And again, I don't care. I wasn't there. And if I'm not there, I don't care.
If I'm not there, I don't care. That is actually like...
If I'm not there, I don't care.
That's probably a good slogan for a T-shirt.
If I'm there, I might care. I care when I see people getting barreled, and I get happy for them. But I saw some, I think Troy Eckert put on his Instagram, he roasted somebody. He didn't see him, but he was like, I really want to find out who this person is so I can apologize.
The roasting was that bad that he had to like try to find the person?
I saw that. Who got Instagram, got a really sick one, Bobby Oakvist. So Newport locals did their thing, got tubed.
That's sick.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone got sick, actually.
Maybe later.
Yeah, maybe the runoff was later.
So what were you saying about Joe Tudor? You said that he was...
Oh, he posted something that was said, hurricane heading towards California, it's climate change. Hurricane heading towards Mexico, it's summertime. That was the original take on it. There's two things that I never want to see again. I never want to see the meme of the lawn chair over saying we will rebuild.
Why?
It's done.
Does that hit
I've
home?
seen it. No, I've seen it like for 8 years in a row. It's over.
But that's why it's
Make
funny.
a new one. It's not funny anymore.
It's not funny.
The other one was the flag marked safe from Hurricane Hilary. And if you posted it, no offense. It's not funny. We've all seen it.
It's pretty funny.
It's over.
It's pretty funny.
Did you post it?
I was the one that did the light rain.
Which one?
I made it up.
You made the
Mark safe from light rain.
Thanks, Todd. It's not funny anymore.
It's funny.
It was that minute.
I'm not posting it now.
Well, don't post it anymore. Make up a new one.
Mark safe
I know
from
you
this
will.
podcast.
You're not. You're still in it.
All right.
It's still coming around you.
I'm more scared of earthquakes, by the way.
Oh, yeah. So what that day, Sunday, big hurricane day, there was an earthquake too.
Mm-hmm.
Up in
And
Ojai.
a tarantula migration.
And a tarantula mating migration. It was almost the most perfect catastrophe ever. Can you imagine an actual hurricane, a huge earthquake paired with tarantulas getting whipped up? And I'm talking tarantulas with erections. These tarantulas are mating. It's mating season, so these tarantulas have erect penises.
How do you know when they're erect? When they're like...
They're just different. And so those things would be flying around, poking out eyes, biting people, uncontrollably sexualized tarantulas flying around.
You ever held a tarantula?
Yeah.
Are you down?
No. I don't want to hold him. I don't want to see him.
All right.
I am the spider whisperer in my house, though. If there's a spider, I will bareback grab that thing, and I try to keep it alive and throw it outside, but sometimes you got to just bareback grab it and grab and smash.
I'm a spider whisperer, too. I like to whisper, "You're about to die." And then I smash it with my shoe.
Do you have a boner?
All right, what else do we have?
Spider boners really is kind of the only thing I have. Final 5 is locked and loaded. We kind of talked about that already. There was a new video out that was pretty refreshing and pretty cool. Rip Curl's latest installment of The Search by our homie Vaughn Blakey. Yeah, Vaughn. You got a 3-time world champion. 2 3-time world champions.
Is this in Morocco?
No, Australia.
Oh.
Okay, who do you think of when I say 2 3-time world champions who are on Team Rip Curl?
Medina.
Yeah?
Who else is on Rip Curl? Fanning?
Fanning.
Okay, who else?
Did you say fan? Mason.
Mason Ho.
Mason Ho.
Mason Ho's not a 3-time world champion.
He is. He's the people's champion every year.
So true.
They went on a camping surf trip in some very far out places, and it's somehow cool to see. We're now used to seeing Mason and Mick on these search trips, but it's very cool to me to see Gabriel Medina just free of his contractual Jersey obligations of going out there and just doing business. He was surfing for pleasure. It was really nice to watch. He was smiling, and it was great.
They had minute noodles and sausages and bread for dinner, which was also your nickname in high school.
And Mason Ho woke up one morning to find that his toothbrush had been devastated by rats. So that's what life on the search is like. You are going to get barreled. You're going to do some big airs, big turns, but you're also going to get your toothbrush eaten by rats. John Florence has a new shoe sponsor.
Huh.
But don't say shoe, because these are different. Are you familiar with Vivo footwear? Vivo barefoot shoes.
Are they the ones with the toes?
I think they might make some with the toes, but they're more of like... They look like a mix of aqua socks and actual hiking shoes.
This sounds like just a sponsorship opportunity to me.
I feel like I don't know if you could skate in them, but you can go rock climbing, you can walk around, you can jog through the forest. John likes to be outdoors. We know that. He likes companies that share his ethos of
Would you wear
friendly.
Would you wear the shoes with toes?
Would I? For what? For what activity?
Life.
Not for life.
No?
For some things.
What would you wear them for?
Like sand dabbing or river gorging.
I got some of those
hurricane prep.
Do you know what Luso clouds are?
No.
They're like this other kind of. They're like arch support Crocs.
Oh wait, you put a picture
of them on my
Instagram
the other day. I talked shit on them so hard, and then my son got a pair.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. These are different.
Surprises yourself when you talk shit on something.
They
and
look.
actually love
They
it.
are so ridiculous looking. I look like an anime character, but they feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
What else you got for surf news? Literally
John Florence has a new footwear sponsor. I don't know. I mean, people were scoring. Everyone's still dropping. Oh, I didn't realize that Jamie O'Brien was in on the Skeleton Bay section. I just watched his vlog this morning, and it kind of made me feel like the vloggers are the ones having the most fun. They're the ones getting the best waves. They're chasing the best swells. There's no stress. Because if their trip goes wrong, if they lose their boards, if their boards get broken, if the waves suck, those are still going to be interesting episodes. So Jamie O'Brien and a crew went to Skeleton Bay. It was pretty cool because you got to see a little bit more behind-the-scenes stuff. Again, those travel kind of travel logs that show everyone at the airports and like the what they have to go through to get their boards there. I love that stuff.
You know, I watched Nathan Florence's his paddle. He basically put a full session at Scorpion Bay Skeleton Bay on YouTube. It's 45 minutes of kind of just edited him catching inside waves and paddling to the outside. And then
he's Ivan Florence. He's like paddles over wave. His brother Ivan's in there.
It was so cool. It kind of felt like you were in there. I also saw that there was I forget if it was Rip Curl or someone just posted a team trip / photo shoot to Morocco, and that's probably my number one. I would love to go there. It looks really fun.
You would?
To go surf in Morocco. Yeah.
That is very surprising to me. I picture you going places that actually, now that I think about it,
it seems cool.
You like places. What kind of amenities do you want on a surf trip?
Not shitting myself from local cuisine.
Okay, well, I've heard the food in Morocco is amazing.
Okay, well, there you go.
You might shit yourself for other reasons.
PF Chang's that I take directly before
on the airplane.
Take off. All right.
Yeah.
What else? Let's move on here.
I got my surfboard here. I want to try to surf maybe later, even though I just said I don't
water
like
get
surfing
really
in brown
cold.
water.
Another East Coast surf news. It looks like you guys are about to get some real waves. There is an actual hurricane that is probably going to spin up decent-sized surf.
Oh, I saw that.
Right around the 1st of September. I'm so jealous. I'm looking at you, Cape Cod.
You know who we got to call?
Who's that?
Sid the Package.
Do you have Sid's number?
Dude, if I have Sid's number, I'd be so stoked.
And Sid's, the Water Brothers movie premiered last week.
Oh my gosh.
Sid from Water Brothers.
Should I just try it?
Fucking call Sid, dude.
Okay, I'm trying it.
And if
this would be sick.
We're trying
if
to call
answers.
Sid right now, talk to him about his premiere. Fuck, if Sid answers the phone, I'm gonna shit.
I probably have had this number for like 10 years.
Do you think
now.
it's the real number?
Well, if it's a wrong number, it could still be funny.
Fuck, the package could answer the phone at any second. He's looking at 760 like.
Hello?
Hey, good morning. You've reached Sid today on a Tuesday. Sorry, I'm not here to get your call. Leave your name and number, and I'll get right back to you. Have a great day.
Fuck yeah.
Sid the Package. It's Chris and Todd. We were calling you on the Monday M.A.S.S podcast. And it is a Tuesday, and we just noticed that. Do you change your answering machine message every day?
We just want to say congrats on the movie. We wish we could have been there to see it. We've been hyping it up a lot. It's just great to hear the legend tell his story.
Well, I can't wait. We love you, Sid. Well, maybe he'll call back later. But so just give us a brief primer on who Sid is and what is Water Brothers and why should we all watch this documentary? Go, Todd.
If you are from New England, you have to be familiar with Sid Abruzzi, who's, the
Rhode Island?
The scene in Rhode Island. In Newport, Ruggles, like all the different spots that you would surf, and the skate scene as well. The skate hut back in the day. Sid had a ramp on the beach out in back of Water Brothers when I was young. He is the real G. He is the real thing, and he has kept a scene alive in New England, in Rhode Island especially, for years. The dude is a legend. I don't know, man.
He's the package.
He's been the same since I met him the first time, probably in the 80s. He's been the exact same person. And I mean, he just had this documentary done on him called Water Brothers, and it's from what I've heard from people, it's really rad, especially if you grew up back east. And I would have been like fanned out, like kind of nervous, because Sid's always carried like a larger than life personality.
Yeah.
He's just got so much. I don't know. There's a lot of charisma there with that guy, and he's the best.
He's
dude.
rad.
The package
rules.
He's awesome. He
So,
once thought I was Bruce Irons for about a half an hour at the trade show at ASR. I was with Tim Swart, and Sid was with us, and he kept asking me these crazy questions, and I was
What's
just
it like to no hand grab?
I was just like, yeah, and I had no idea. And then finally he goes, "Oh, I fucking thought you were fucking Bruce Irons."
What a guy.
He's
Sid,
great.
the
I love
package.
Sid.
Water Brothers doc out now. Any other surf news, Todd?
Nothing.
Okay. Skate news is brought to you by Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel on the gram. Todd,
Mm-hmm.
we're witnessing a normalization of circus tricks, and I'm fine with it. We just saw a guy named Ryan Bean who did a front flip,
Like a 540,
varial bigger
540
spin
varial.
grab thing out of a bowl onto flat. And
Wait, what is this?
what?
What is that?
Oh, one of my group chats is called Pornhub Request Line. That name changes every week. That name changes every week.
What do I think about?
And it's hard when you look at your phone and it says Pornhub Request Line on it on the text messages.
This is actually fucking amazing.
It's great.
I think
If you have any requests,
I
leave
think
them in the comments below.
circus tricks are circus tricks, and people are going to do them. I mean,
They're
it's like
sick.
flyouts are like. There's been people that have done crazy early grab flyouts for years.
Yeah.
As long as that's not like your only fucking trick. Like no one wants you to be at the skate park when everyone's just like having a normal session, and you're the dude that immediately takes his shirt off and starts flying out onto the deck where people are waiting to take runs, doing fucking backflips and like just
When is it appropriate to do these?
when there's
tricks?
nobody
When
at
and
the
where?
when there's no one at the skate park and you do it like once.
Now, if you could do, let's say, a backflip, throw your board down, land on it, if you could do that, would you do it?
Yeah,
Me
but
too.
like once.
A couple times.
It's just weird. It's like there used to be these dudes that I would skate with, these younger kids that would basically like their whole scene was like they would drop in
And fly
and
out.
take like half-hour runs in the
Right.
bowl or
Oh,
on the
yeah.
ramp. Like
And they
just
would push down on their knees like
wall,
this.
like walls to wall to wall, and at the end they would pump, and fly out onto the deck and try to do a 360 and then just hit everyone in the shins.
Right. And you
Like,
didn't like
just-
that.
No, I bet hitting the shins.
No, I don't like it.
And then
in
it
the
just kind of
shins.
like these are like the kids who like dropped skating and then started like razor scootering, and then they started to like, I don't know. I just feel like the fly out is kind of like it is the circus trick.
Yeah. I think it's entertaining. And I love that there's no rules in skateboarding. But I did watch
There should be some rules.
I
in
did watch
skateboarding.
Clyde Singleton's 9 Club. Have you watched it?
No.
Listened to it?
Mm-mm.
It's very close to being off the rails in an awesome way.
Who do we talk to about getting some rules in skateboarding?
Well, the Clyde is one person you can talk to, but the fun part about it is like, yes, there are unwritten rules, but there's also no rules. So,
Okay.
do with that what you will. I think Tony Hawk vouched for this front flip varial bigger spin.
Tony's been doing.
And
Like,
again-
Tony's been. Do you remember he would oftentimes at the end of demos or the end of a good run, he would do his
Flip?
round off, like
Oh,
his
like
front
pull out
front
and round, yeah.
180 to like, whatever.
I back it.
Anyway,
Go for it.
whatever.
Just a couple of videos that dropped that caught my eye. Dylan Jabe cold call. This kid is special. He's a very,
He
very
reminds
good,
me-
effortless,
Dylan
amazing
Jabe reminds
skateboarder.
me a lot of Tom Shar, like the street version of Tom Shar.
Yeah, I can see that. Street
Just
Char.
super technical. Feet are always in the right spot. It doesn't really seem like he doesn't have a trick that looks bad.
Chill guy.
Yeah, super chill.
Yeah, he makes skateboarding look incredibly easy, and it almost looks like he's floating. And when you see a skater that looks like they're floating, and there's not a lot of people out there. I mean, Guy Mariano, Yuto, Dylan Jabe, these are skaters that just look like it's so easy. he's doing these backside tail slides over this long ledge, and just I mean, it's easy for him. It's incredible to watch. I love it. It's kind of been a slow week in action sports. There was a hurricane,
So
it kind of blew all the news away.
Let me ask you this: when do you? And we're kind of backtracking a little bit. When do you start going up to trestles for the Final 5 event?
That would be September 7th for meetings to get our job descriptions. I still don't know exactly what I'm doing. I think it's a hybrid of yelling people's names and then other stuff.
You're beach announcing and?
It's on the broadcast. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pray for surf, and it's gonna be good. Who's gonna win the world title?
Who cares?
A lot of people care. A lot of people care.
We're out of surf
for
news.
Better or for worse.
We're no longer in surf news, so no one cares anymore.
Well, you got to make your picks.
We've
in
moved
skate
on.
News.
I think Griffin Colapinto is going to win.
Griff, you got Griff.
I got Griff.
Okay.
Who do you got?
Well, if you're gonna pick Griff, I'm just gonna go Jack Robbo. Underdog.
He's got a baby to feed.
Dude's like in the zone.
Almost.
Also for the women, I mean, Caitlin Simmers would be an amazing world champ, but Krista Moore is going to be really tough to beat.
Snow News is brought to you by Mint
Snow
Snowboard
News?
Tours. Mint Snowboard Tours. We are going.
We're going. I'm going no matter what.
So, I have had a couple questions in my Instagram.
About Mint Tours?
Not about Mint Tours.
At Mint Tours on Instagram. Then
But
you can ask
just-
them questions.
Just about like how do you get ready for snowboard season? And I've never these kind of questions have always been kind of like
Start stretching.
yeah, just like questions like that. Like what do you do? Like what first of all, someone asked me the other day like
Find your shit.
what do I do?
Find your
That is
boots.
100%. Find your shit.
I got boots over here. I got a board. I think a jacket. My dog was laying on a jacket over there. So my shit's everywhere.
But they were asking like what do you do with a snowboard in the sun? Like how do you preserve your snowboard?
Todd's board's been in his bag since his last trip.
And I will tell you this. This is the first year that I've had a snowboard that I mean, I don't really
that you really care about.
I don't really get boards from anybody right now. Well, I kind of do. I mean, they gave me a snowboard, the Karua Shapes guy. But this is the first time I've liked a snowboard so much that I wanted to take care of it.
Why don't you marry
and
it?
Waxed it before I put it away for the summer, and I don't know, I'm pretty freaking hype. What is that? Jesus Christ!
It's funny.
There's people sending us photos. But anyways, so what I end up doing is I wax it, and then I have those little stupid plastic bags that you can put. If you're lucky enough to have had a snowboard that came in the 2000s when there was a lot of money flying around in the industry. Are you done now?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I zip it in that little plastic bag and I put it in there. And people are asking what kind of board is it? It's a Karua Shape Auto 157.
And that's
Karua Auto Plus.
That's the shoes that are made in Brazil, but they also make snowboards.
Yeah, Karuma Shape snowboard.
Is that not?
That is not
That's weird because there's no logo, and I never seen you wearing a Karuma shirt.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
No, so that is a. Would you say that's like akin to a high end, like a Dark Arts or
Yeah, I would.
It's like a high end snowboard, a custom board.
I would compare it to like a Dark Arts board, just
Yeah.
because it's had it's made by a bunch of engineers. So whoa, Sid hit you back?
Yeah, of course Sid hit me back
What'd he
because he's
say?
a G.
Does he want to take a call?
We got Sid Abruzzi report. Chris, thanks so much. I purposely waited to watch the film with the crowd at Fort Adams. Fort Adams is the home of the Newport International Jazz and Folk Festival, also the home of the first X Games. Did a total of 5,000 people for the movie premiere. It was absolutely incredible. Would love to have myself and director Chuck Kinane chat with you guys off the record about the future of the film. Okay,
Yeah, dude.
I'm blown away by this film. Thanks for all of your support, you guys. Todd and Chris, you rule. No, you rule, Sid.
Thanks, Sid.
Getting back to us.
That's fucking rad.
What happened to your stream?
I don't know.
It looks like a nightmare.
Someone called me in the middle of it
Oh.
and it just zapped the whole thing.
Thank you, Sid, for getting back. Yeah, we'll chat with Sid off the air to talk about the stuff we can talk about on the air.
Yeah. There's a bunch of people in Australia right now. There's a super session going down there. The likes of Jake Cantor and
Australia?
Red Gerard. I believe they're at Perisher.
Now, for a long time, I did not know that there was snow in Australia. But then looking at it on a globe, an actual round globe, I realized it's pretty close to the bottom of the world. But I always just pictured Australia as really hot. So do you snowboard down by like Tasmania? Where do you snowboard in Australia?
You fly into Melbourne and then drive into the mountains.
Okay. Oh, because Melbourne's in Australia.
Oh my God, you're a moron.
I'm excited to go on the Mint tour trip to Hokkaido. I'm gonna take Todd's Prep H seriously. Preparation H, Preparation Hokkaido. That's the kind of prep I'm down for. Sage Kotzenberg finds idyllic powder in the Chilean backcountry. Press play and relax. Brand new video out with Sage Kotzenberg, and he's always dropping rad shit.
Because it's starting. Like the whole new season of snowboarding prep is about to get underway, and it's really weird because it feels like it just ended. There was some news that dropped over the weekend that I thought was pretty. I mean, it wasn't
some snow news?
It wasn't shocking. Yeah, it's pretty big snow news actually. If you're a competitive snowboarder on the female side, Chloe Kim is returning to competition.
She's back.
She's back. But like, it's like, okay, well, she took a year off, went to college, did some things.
Princeton, right?
Princeton.
She's smart.
She's really smart, and she's like, yeah, I'm just gonna come back and destroy it for a couple more years. So good luck, everyone.
Yeah. They're stoked.
Yeah.
This is an interesting story. This kind of blends surf and skate news, and I kind of just figured this out. Eric Linus. You say tomato. Eric Linus, who's local, and he lived in Encinitas for a while.
No, Eric's from Utah. He lives in San Clemente. Yeah.
So Eric and his wife have taken over the multi-generational surfboard brand Stewart Surfboards.
Yeah, Ashley is Stewart
Bill Stewart's daughter.
Yeah.
And I actually talked to Eric at the U.S. Open. I talked to him a couple times because he had a surfer.
And you had no idea who he was.
No, I did have an idea, but then I just put the 2 and 2 together, and then I put 2 plus 3 together, talked to our friend Embry Rucker about a photo of Eric Linus down the street at Moonlight Beach. And our neighbor, Joel Muzzy, told me the story where they actually, it's a photo of Eric Linus.
We'll put it up on our
50-50ing down a rail going to the beach, and he's got trunks on, and
he made it about 20 feet,
and then slammed,
and then slipped off. And the photo was, I think they shot it in like August.
I thought it was June, like early summer.
No, actually, you're right. It was early summer because myself and Shem Roos, who was a photographer that used to live here, we were actually on our way to Mount Hood that day, and we stopped by because it was a really good day of waves at the beach. And Eric and Chris Hotel were down there taking snow that they had gotten from the ice arena over in Carlsbad.
I thought they put snow in a U-Haul from Mountain High.
I don't think
something
so,
like
dude.
that.
Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, they built a jump onto the rail, and Eric made it about 20 feet, and it was a pretty rad summertime ad.
Yeah.
And there was like a big rush to get that done because Snowboarder magazine used to have the summertime issue. That was like the oversized mag.
Yeah.
That was back when magazines existed. They don't exist anymore.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm gonna do an article on that for Encinitas magazine.
Sweet, you should.
Nerd News is. Do you have any more snow news?
Nope.
Nerd News is brought to you by New Greens. New Greens for your health. Dr. Steve Brule
would
recommend New Greens for your health.
Guess what? Ahsoka starts tonight, and I'm very excited.
Who was asking you about Ahsoka?
Oh, my friend Dave, who I talked to about all kinds of nerd stuff.
Okay.
And yes, Ahsoka starts tonight. I am cautiously optimistic. It's the live-action adaptation of like the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels.
And this is what's her name? Rosario Dawson?
Yeah, Rosario Dawson.
And what are the things on her head?
Are
those breasts?
Those are
because they go. Well, I don't know what species she is.
They're called Lekkies.
They are.
Yeah.
And what do they do?
They're just there.
They're like for balance.
Yeah, they're balanced.
Can you?
They fill up with milk.
Can you
milk? Oh my God.
I'm just curious.
Off of the fucking rails.
I'm curious.
What else?
I don't feel like we've talked about anything except hurricanes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nerd news. What else? I'm watching some great shows right now. Hard Knocks, following the New York Jets. I like sports. Todd, sports. Aaron Rodgers is on the New York Jets. He seems like a great guy. I like Sauce Gardner. I like sports.
This weekend, if you were paying attention to anything other than hurricane coverage, you knew that the Nitro Rallycross was going down at the Utah Motorsports campus in Utah.
And Travis Pastrana's back.
Pastrana's back, and the entire Block family race. It's pretty rad.
2 daughters and 1 son.
Yeah, 2 daughters, 1 son, and I think mom.
And mom.
Yeah.
Lucy.
Everyone was racing this weekend.
It's so sick.
It's pretty rad to see.
And so you've been to those in real life. Is it? It's
awesome.
Fun to watch. It's like crazy jumps. Travis Pastrana said there's like a 170-foot jump.
The gap was gigantic this year.
In a car.
In a car. But, you know, it's kind of one of those things where if Travis goes and guinea pigs it and then tells you where to be at in the speedometer and what gear to be in,
right,
you will make it. Like,
so what would
physics will take you over the jump?
What's it like an average?
Like 60. Well, what is an average speed?
What would Travis have said? Okay, go 4th gear, 60 miles.
I think it was like, because you came out of this corner, so you came out of like you come out of a left-hand turn, and then you've got to get yourself situated and get straight on for the jump.
Okay.
I think he was saying it was like 60 miles an hour, 62 miles an hour to the knuckle. So there's a fine line between like
overshooting.
So 62 miles an hour to the knuckle, but 68 miles an hour will put you out into the flats and buckle the frame of the car, and no matter how much suspension travel there is on those rally cars, you will still feel that up your spine.
Right.
So it's like you've got to. It all comes down to like figuring things out by like kind of like the way motocross guys hear the the sounds of the you know what I mean?
They're like, oh, that was 42 miles an hour.
The weird thing is with the new e-racing, because they're driving e-cars.
Oh, really?
E-rally cars. So you don't get that same. You don't hear the engine the way you used to.
Wait, so the rally cars now are electric?
Yeah. So tons of torque, but you don't get the same sound in your ears,
right,
to give you that feedback you need to make jumps. So it's really it's awesome if you ever have a chance to go and watch a Nitro Rallycross. It's amazing. I love it. I wish I could do it. I wish I had an opportunity to go and do it, or even race the Can-Ams. I love that. It's like my favorite thing to do.
I have a couple recommendations for you.
Okay, go ahead.
This is an older video, but it's called Testing Extremely Strange Fireworks. Great video. It's like firework ASMR, if you can picture that.
Extremely strange fireworks?
Testing Extremely Strange Fireworks. Okay. There's the Mick Fanning Mason Ho video. That's called The Kangs. And damn, there was this. I watched a video of a guy like in a dune buggy kind of thing. Just freaking. Skid Kids has a video called Testing Boards on a 60-foot wide standing wave. Blair Conklin, just
different kinds of surfboards,
all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah, and then I watched this guy on a dune buggy, and I can't find it.
Let's take some questions.
Yeah,
Do you have any of those?
Yeah, we got some questions. You got questions. You got questions. We got answers. Here you go. Oh my gosh, how did that even happen? Okay. Beanie Baby Co. says, "Did Todd drown in a flood?"
No. This just
Good question.
Nope.
Adam Hetzart. Monday M.A.S.S question. If you could skate with any pro, past, present, or future, who would it be? Who would it be? Past, present, or future? I would love to skate with John Cardiel.
So you could see how, like, you could really experience how slow you skateboard?
I would just like to skate with him and see it in real life. I've been on a session where he was there, kind of, but I think just a session with John Cardiel, regardless of when and where, I would love to skate with Cardiel.
I think I'd like to skate a mini ramp with Neil Blender.
Ooh, sick one.
Just kind of be like a weird, quirky session.
Thank you to Phil Wood, 24, who mentioned us in a post saying, "Back to school, weekly meal prep enhanced by Try Bachans, Monday M.A.S.S ad block, FTW, Chris Coté, and Todd Richards."
That's not a question, really.
For the somebody. John Veter. Oh my God, did you guys get flooded? JK, looks like the fear hype was way more real than the blowjob they claimed Hilary was going to be giving. I'm never trusting Surfline again.
See,
neither is Todd.
I'm doing my best to slowly dismantle Surfline from the inside.
Jeez, right? We also we gave a watch to Captain Kook, thinking he was local, but now we have to ship it.
To where? Sao Paulo?
Fullerton.
Oh.
This is what happens when our mouths write checks our asses can't cash. Hold on. Our mouth wrote a check our ass couldn't cash. Cash your money order. Anyway, we're going to send your watch. It sounded like you were local. He was going to drive down to Encinitas from Fullerton to get this watch.
To get a watch?
So it's a stolen watch anyway. What do we care? We're going to send it to you.
All right, what else you got?
B Dom 40 says, no question, just fingers crossed for a massive Todd rant on the hurricane destruction.
Your prayers have been answered.
Zachary Crittenden. Look at that. That's a great last name.
It's a lot.
Crittenden.
It's a lot of vowels.
Zachary Crittenden. Who scored more during the hurricane swell, Chris or Todd? And who got barreled? I didn't.
Neither.
I didn't get shit. I
Neither.
didn't surf. My lawn got something. My lawn got
watered. Your tomato plants took a beating.
Dude, I'm growing rainbow corn.
Are you really?
And cantaloupes.
We're growing cantaloupes at our house too. The number one worst smell is cantaloupe after. I don't like cantaloupe.
Like fart?
No, because cantaloupe just smells like rot.
I got some. So
do you like cantaloupe?
Well, yeah, dude. We got we did a story on a company called Myers Microgreens, and it was my friend Rafi Meyer. He has his company in Encinitas. They do microgreens. He gave me a thing of cantaloupe microgreens.
Cantaloupes are disgusting.
Well, the cantaloupe microgreens. Sorry if we just paused talking about microgreens. They're microgreens, but they taste like cantaloupe. It's very interesting.
Double the disgustingness.
Zach Benavidez says the bad boy logo is bringing me back. Love it.
Same.
Hannah Burlesque says Halloween decorations are just regular home decor if you're goth. Agreed.
That is true.
Hanai rules. Let me see if we have any more questions, and then we'll let you guys get out of here. No question there. No questions there. No questions there.
Well,
That might get you excited, Todd.
Whoa! Years Around the Sun will be releasing our first single. Those days are gone.
What?
This Friday?
Wow, that just came up out of nowhere.
Wow.
I used to be in that band, Todd.
Did you get kicked out?
I didn't get kicked out. I got asked to leave.
All right, so we're gonna ask you to leave. What? Come
Hold
on
a second.
I got stuff to do.
You have nothing. You don't have. You took yesterday off.
It was a hurricane day.
No, it was not. It was Hurricane Fix Day. Honolulu says on X Games' new roundtable series, Clay Kreiner called out USA skateboarding for dropping Corey Juneau after he didn't compete a qualifier. Should previous Olympic medalists have to re-qualify in order to be on the country's team? Great question.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I think that you should definitely have like seniority in your placing. Like maybe you have to do one qualifier,
right?
Instead of like chase the freaking like you have to compete in one qualifier.
I think if you're still obviously at the same level you were at when you won an Olympic medal, you shouldn't have to re-qualify.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I don't think Corey Juneau should have to re-qualify. He rules. Merrick Heil says, I predict Todd will rant about the weather or lack of it for at least 3 minutes during this podcast. If I'm correct, will you send me a sticker pack? If I'm wrong, I predict Todd will rant about my question for at least 10 seconds.
Stickers are on the way.
Stickers are on the way. Oh, crap.
What?
Chasing Winter says, please bring some attention to the fires in interior BC, Canada, Kelowna area especially. Shout out to all the firefighters and pilots. You can't ride POW without trees.
That's heavy.
Gnarly. I didn't know that was happening, so thank you.
Kelowna is, the home of a lot of like really legendary pro snowboarders as well.
And they just had fires there last year too, right?
Yeah, man, it is crazy. Some of the footage is crazy of the fires burning down to the water there, the lakes. So it's crazy.
Gnarly.
Here's a question from your sister. Cheyenne Boots says, did you dick drag the Moonlight Hill? Sorry if you already went over this. I just joined. This is from your sister. Now, this is when
in Brooklyn, New York.
This is when you bodyboard down one of the steeper hills in Encinitas when it's raining.
You know, I thank you for the question, Cheyenne Boots. I checked conditions throughout the day.
Also known as the hepatitis luge.
They did not really start shining until late in the evening. And at that point, I was in sweatpants. My kids had already gone out and done their rain play. So we just called it a day and didn't go.
John Veter says it's called old growth logging mismanagement, which is also coincidentally what you call what's going on in your underwear.
Nice try, Todd. He was being serious. DC Jones says, Chris and Todd, what trick would someone on Heelys have to pull off to make it an action sport?
Hit the mega ramp.
I think, yeah, he's right.
If you hit the mega ramp on Heelys, you've got my respect.
I don't always agree with Todd, but in this case, I agree with him wholeheartedly. Zachary Critterman, Crittenden?
Didn't you just
Zachary Crittenden, such a good name, has another question. Do you think Gabe should replace Ethan in the final 5 at lowers? No, because like other Olympic sports and high-level athletics, if you're injured, regardless of when it happened and you qualify for some kind of finals thing, you're not allowed to give your spot to the next person because the qualifiers were set, if that makes sense. So, for example, on a smaller scale, it'd be like, let's say the semifinals come up and somebody gets into the semifinals and gets hurt before that semifinals, the other athlete gets a walkthrough because you can't bring other athletes who already lost back into competition.
That's gnarly. So there will be like...
We don't know if Ethan's in or out yet.
Huh.
I mean, he's got a broken back.
Someone's going to get like a bye. His back is broken? So that's what they've determined, his back is broke.
Like discs. I don't know. There's just not...
Wow.
It's just bad back. Bad back. So you guys stay safe out there.
Yeah, watch out for any hurricanes. Anyway, and if you have a chance, I don't know what the deal is going to be with Sid's movie, Water Brothers, but like
check it out on the internet.
Yeah, is it out? Is it already?
It's not out. It's not out.
But it will be soon.
It will be soon.
All right, you guys. We will see you next week for another. Well, are you going to be here next week? Yeah, we'll be here.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Oh wait.
What? We have one more.
It's Lily. What's up, Lily?
What's
question. Pick the perfect lineup for a Sunbender show. What 3 would it be? Well, it's going to be with Dark Alley Dogs and another band, TBA. Sunbender will be right there in the middle with our first show ever. So it's going to be the perfect show.
All right. Okay, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.